Good morning, and thanks for choosing Fox 10 News on this Sunday morning. Happy Sunday. Today is May 30th. I am Gianni Navarro. Well, yesterday was absolutely gorgeous, Matt. Can today match Saturday get even better?
Yeah, actually it can. So we're actually going to be looking at a really nice day today. We have the humidity. It actually came down overnight last night. We had the dry air filter in, and now we're feeling really nice. In fact, 58 right now in Mobile. That's pretty crazy stuff. It's been a while since we've been this cool, so it's a nice cool start to the day. And here we are going into what's the unofficial start of summer here on Memorial Day weekend. And we got some cool temperatures out here this morning here across the area. So very comfortable. Maybe a little too cool for some folks. You want to get in the pool, that sort of thing. Don't worry, it does warm up, but we are starting on the cool side. 60 now in Fairhope. 59 in Foley and Lillian, 62 at the NAS, 63 in Pensacola. Why are we cool? Well, we've had this front pass by. It actually passed by the night before. It took a little while, though, for the drier air to really begin filtering in. We had those clouds throughout the afternoon yesterday, and it still felt a little bit humid right on into the afternoon yesterday. But overnight last night, the dry air really moved in. There it is on the water vapor loop, this brownish stuff. That's the dry air, and there's a lot of it. A lot of it. So that's going to mean low humidity through the rest of this holiday weekend for us, and it's going to feel nice. I mean, it warms up. We do get in the upper 70s at lunchtime, low 80s for afternoon highs, but that's about 4 or 5 degrees below normal for this time of year. So it is really comfortable stuff, and it's going to be really nice. Lots of sunshine, looking great here for today. So that's the top headline: sunny skies and low humidity for your Sunday. Tomorrow, Memorial Day. Pleasant start. Once again, very similar to what we're seeing this morning. Another beautiful day ahead coming up for your Monday. And then looking ahead beyond that, the humidity and rain, it will return. Can't stay away forever down here, but it will return. But it'll be a gradual return as we go through the upcoming week. I'll break down the details of that coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Matt. Speaking of good weather, the weather yesterday was also perfect. A good turnout for Pritchard's Mardi Gras South Memorial Day Parade. This comes just 1 week after the city leaders gave it the green light. The festivities bringing a sense of normalcy for many.
After this, we going to the flea market, and then we going to Chuck E. Cheese and back home.
The city has another parade scheduled for June 19th at 3 p.m. The parade will follow the Goat Man Parade route. And several events are happening in our viewing area tomorrow to honor our fallen heroes. Starting at 7 a.m., Battleship Memorial Park will have a Memorial Day flag lowering ceremony at the Vietnam Memorial. At the same time, across town, the 13th annual Memorial Day flag relay will begin at the U.S. Coast Guard base on Tanner Williams Road and end at the USS Alabama. At 11 a.m., the Alabama State Veterans Memorial Cemetery at Spanish Fort will hold a wreath-laying ceremony along with rifle, volley, and taps. And at 1 p.m., Pensacola Veterans Memorial Park remembering fallen veterans as well. We want to remind you that Mobile Police will be out in full force. They tell us that they are increasing patrols. They'll be looking for people not wearing seatbelts. It's part of their Click It or Ticket campaign. They'll also be on the lookout for speeders. And this weekend, more Americans are ready to go wild and make up for lost time. Unfortunately, that means packed flights and destinations at full capacity. Melissa Rainey reports.
For the most part, we almost forget about it.
With over 40% of Americans fully vaccinated, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, people appear ready to make up for lost time following more than a year of COVID-19 restrictions. At least 37 million people are expected to travel more than 50 miles over the Memorial Day weekend.
People were able to save a lot of money because they weren't traveling to work last year, and so they're going to places, they're staying longer and doing more things and spending more money.
The volume of people that have been coming here is very unprecedented, which is why we're going to have an enormous saturation of police officers in my city over this holiday break.
And it seems some airline passengers have forgotten their manners during quarantine.
Already in the first 5 months of this year, we have more than 20 times the amount of incidents we might have in a normal year of unruly passengers. And people are coming to the door of our aircraft in a combative mood. They have been led to believe that the safety precautions that we have in place are a political issue rather than a public health necessity. And it has created this atmosphere that we have never seen before.
After a recent incident on a Southwest Airlines flight where a passenger allegedly hit a flight attendant, knocking out 2 teeth, the airline announced Friday it's halting alcohol sales.
We also would like to see a pause of alcohol sales in the airports, and we believe that the federal government can lead on this.
I'm Melissa Rainey reporting.
Keep in mind, acting out on a flight could cost you. The Federal Aviation Administration says it has a zero-tolerance policy for unruly passenger behavior and has proposed civil fines for up to $52,000 to $500 against at least 15 passengers this month. Meanwhile, the pace of COVID-19 vaccinations in Alabama has fallen to a level not seen since the earliest days of the immunization campaign. Even though less than 30% of the state's population is fully vaccinated, statistics from the Alabama Department of Public Health show that the number of people getting shots in recent days was similar to the rate in January. That's when vaccine supply was still very limited. Officials are worried that large numbers of people are simply refusing to get shots, meaning the threat of the new coronavirus will remain higher than necessary. The state's rate of new cases over the last 2 weeks was second worst nationally. Right now, there are several investigations happening in our viewing area. Saraland police responded to a call yesterday afternoon off Highway 45 near Waterall Drive about a dead body. According to Saraland police, there was no details on the cause of death at the time. We'll be sure to bring you any updates on this story on air, online, and on our Fox 10 News app as soon as we get more information. Mobile police responded to Spring Hill Hospital after a report of a man shot in the leg. Investigators believe the incident occurred at about 3 a.m. on Quigley Street yesterday. They say an unknown male shot the victim in the leg. If anyone has information, you're asked to call the Mobile Police Department. Remember, callers can remain anonymous. Meanwhile, still no arrests in the Port City's largest homicide investigation. Mobile police were called out Thursday afternoon on the 1700 block of Main Street where 22-year-old Jamartez Tucker was shot while riding his bike. Tucker died hours later at the hospital. That would be the first of 3 shootings MPD was called out to in just 3 hours on Thursday. The second one happening 15 minutes later, shortly after 2 p.m. on Rotterdam, where a man was shot and taken to the hospital. Then officers were back on Duval Street, just 5 blocks away, where a man was grazed by a bullet on his thumb. Investigators tell us the shootings were not random. Anyone with information, call the police. Now over to Mississippi. The George County Sheriff's Office is asking the public for assistance after a Lucedale man is found shot to death. Investigators say it happened Friday around midnight in the 100 block of Roy Street Road in the Basin community. The victim is identified as 28-year-old Carrington Street. This is the second shooting death in George County in the past 2 weeks. Now back here to Mobile. Investigators believe multiple people are behind the fires of 2 different Walmart stores in the Port City this week. Police say this man, seen walking out of the Beltline Walmart, is suspected of setting the first blaze on Thursday. Investigators say 2 others captured in these surveillance stills are behind yesterday's fire in Tillman's Corner. Mobile police say the crimes are connected. And if you have any information about either incident, please call Mobile Fire Rescue. And Team Sheriff is asking you to take a real good look at this surveillance video from over in Wilmer. They're hoping someone recognizes the white truck, which investigators believe to be involved in a theft at Wilmer Garage off Moffett Road. If you can help investigators, the Mobile County Sheriffs want to hear from you. And check out this surveillance video, this time in Spanish Fort. Not a suspect, but a black bear. Take a look. The homeowner catching it on a trial camera in his backyard. The first time a few nights ago. You can see it there in the distance making its way around the yard. Then the big guy shows back up last night. Trial camera catching the overnight visitor. This time a close-up view giving us a better look at just how big the bear is.